This lesson explores the process of a project plan and how it relates to content produced with Flash Professional. So why create a project plan? It provides a clear vision for your project. You're able to avoid pitfalls by mapping things out ahead. And you can also measure your progress if you have an established project plan. This also assists in targeting successfully. What this means is that you will achieve, or at least you're more likely to achieve, your target by using a project plan than if you didn't use one. It also helps you determine the purpose of your application. So, questions to be asked are, what is the project to be used for? It determines the content of the project. It also determines the project structure. So determining structure. You have to create a flowchart, and this can be done using a number of different applications. Some people just use things like Adobe Illustrator or Fireworks, and other people create flowcharts simply on pieces of paper. It doesn't really matter as long as you do it. The flowchart shows how somebody gets around in the application from state to state, based on their choices. User scripts. So these are scripted ways in which users would be able to work through the application from one point to another to get some particular thing accomplished. And this helps you see where roadblocks might exist or pain points for users. This all determines the flow of the experience for your project. Storyboard. So a storyboard allows you to create visual forms that describe your application. It helps guide the progress of development. And really for a team, this is an essential part because then everyone can reference these visual storyboards in order to drive the project forward. You should also have a plan for accessibility. It's much easier to implement accessibility if it's planned for ahead of time. It determines useful navigation schemes. It also helps you improve the readability of typefaces and text in your project. Make sure to also take colors into consideration, especially in terms of color blindness, or perhaps just poor rendering on a device. Map out technical challenges you might face. So for instance, what operating system is being targeted? Is it a modern high-end system? Or is everybody running something like Windows Me? What version of Flash Player or Air is being targeted? This is going to determine a lot of the capabilities of your application. Because Flash Player 6 can't do nearly as much as Flash Player 11 can do. What's the age of the targeted hardware? Especially in terms of the GPU units and the CPU. How much memory does it have? These are all considerations, and they're all technical challenges. So within this lesson, we've seen a quick overview of a project plan and the different components of a project plan when considering implementation with a Flash Professional project.